Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Hit the like button, hit the share button, put where you're from, and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. California in the house. Tamara, what up? B, Crystal. Respect my kicks. Roll the corn. Royal Lee, what up? L, Flint, Michigan. Uniquely Leslie, New York B, what up? Flower Goddess, love you and I'm in love with you. Daryl Hart, my brother, what's up, brother? Mad Arthur, what up? We know the truth now. Hit the like button, hit the share button, put where you're from, put the corn in the chat. Copper Indiglo, love you and I'm in love with you. Thank you so much. Daddy girl, what up? Y'all know when I come outside to my little shed, my little nature shed, the corn roll hard. As you hear the rain coming in the background, roll the corn. Florida Chief. Tay, what up, Tay? Farmer's Bloodline. What up, brother? Y'all know when I come outside to the shed, it go down. Peace, peace. We know the truth now. Detroit Jim, what up? Love you and I'm in love with you. Roll the corn by my head that my people touch the earth. Touch the earth, roll the corn. Love you and I'm in love with you now. Excel, what's up, my kinfolk? That's I'm doing lives off of what people ask me. You know, a lot of people ask a lot of questions in the DM, so I'm doing lives on answering people questions because I want people to understand stuff that they don't understand, right? Today we're gonna talk about Jesus, the devil, God, and the devil, right? I want to show y'all where the teaching of that come from, and it starts, and what is the why is that? Where did that start? Where did that come from? Right? Because a lot of our people don't understand. That's not our teaching. That is a teaching of a hunter gatherer, right? Our culture turned astrology into things that people can remember, right? Their culture turned astrology into gods and devils. They took our astrology and turned it into gods, and they appeased to their gods through sacrifice, right? We appease to our beliefs through nature. So that is the difference, right? So I'm gonna show y'all some stuff, and I want y'all to study this, right? Roll the corn. Put the corn in the chat. Let's go here. The son of the morning is Lucifer, the day star, right? The day star. Sirius and Venus. Sirius and Venus is what you must learn. The way Sirius and Venus rises became God and the devil. Don't forget that. We used it for astrology for agriculture. They used it for myth, myths of gods. Gods and stars are synonymous together. You must understand it. Gods and stars go together. There's always a star that goes with a god, right? Now, if you're stealing somebody else's teaching, you don't know that. You think these are literal gods, right? If you are watching from the outside looking in, you think these are literal gods, but really we're just talking about a star that has something to do with the spring, autumn, winter, fall, eclipse. When a certain star first started appearing in the sky during a certain time, that became a messiah or the devil over, over time. I want y'all to understand that. So the son of the morning is Lucifer, right? It's connected to Sirius and Venus. Now, Venus is linked in with the devil. Venus is the star of the devil. Let the hunter-gatherer tell it. Venus, the brightest planet in the sky, became synonymous with the devil. Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, became synonymous with God and Jesus, the Messiah. You get it? Both of these were called morning stars. Sirius and Venus. Both of them were called morning stars. So that's where people get it confused at, right? But Sirius became synonymous with Christ or the Messiah or Jesus. Let's keep going. Now, biblically, Halil, H-E-L-E-L, the shining one, the morning star, the day star, right? Described to the fall of Babylon king, Satan, morning star, day star. Halil, that's where you get the word hail from, right? Get the word hail from Halil. Halil is Hebrew, the shining one, the morning star, the day star. Venus, Satan, over time, as hunter-gatherers get our information. Let's keep going. Now, the brightest star associated with the Messiah or Jesus or is Sirius, right? Son of the morning is Halil. There's Satan. Then you got Sirius, the eastern star became the Messiah, right? Sirius considered the morning star, right? Ironic reference to a king. Metaphor for the shining one, often linked to a star rising at dawn. That's where they come from. Let's keep going. Now, Canis Major, the brightest star in the night sky, often referred to as the dog star or the light bearer. This is the stuff that these people took and made good and evil, right? But we was mapping out astrology for other things. They turned this into good and evil. Let's keep going. Now, Halil. Hey, Leo, the morning star, Lucifer. Hey, Leo is Venus. Hey, Lel, it's Venus. This became synonymous with Lucifer. Let's keep going. I want to show y'all that. Now, hey, Leo, derived from Hebrew, the shining one, light bearer, or morning star. Then the Latin translation is Lucifer. Babylonian, not inherently Satan, but this is where you get this from. So I'm going to show y'all where the Aztec god became the Messiah because Sirius had just popped out of the sky, aligning with the other alignments of the season changes. So around a certain time in history, Sirius pops out. Sirius always been there, right? It always been there, but it popped out at a certain time, and that's when the birth of Christ teaching came from. I'm gonna show you that. Let's keep going. Astrology refers to the planet Venus as the morning star, used as a metaphor the pride and downfall of the king of Babylon. Halil, shining one, son of the morning, right? So that became biblical. Our Venus, all our astrology became biblical. Let's keep going. Now, watch this. JC has sent mine angel to testify upon these things. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning, right? The bright and morning. Let's keep going. Now, Sirius, three wise men. Sirius, three wise men. This is Orion's belt. This is a representation of Orion's belt. The three wise men is a representation of Orion's belt. Sirius is a representation of Jesus. The Eastern Star, right? So when Sirius goes by, Orion comes next. That's the teaching. Now, Jupiter and Venus aligns in August. Now, Venus became the Lucifer teaching over time. Let's keep looking. Now, as you can see, you got Venus and Jupiter right there, and this Venus became what it became. But all this stuff is in the sky at the same time. Now, let's keep looking. I'm going to show y'all something else too. Now, symbolism and misconceptions. To translate Halil, in many modern translations, refer morning star shining one, become commonly associated with the fallen angel Satan through the theology, direct Bible usage of a human king, right? Halil is used to describe the fallen morning star, in Isaiah, bright and morning star. They are talking about Venus, people. They're talking about Venus. That's all they're talking about. Halil, Venus, morning star, the bringer of the dawn. Let's keep going. Devil is closely associated with the planet Venus. Latin name Lucifer, light bringer. While the term referred to Venus as an astronomical and theological context, early Christian writers interpreted this title as a reference to Satan, the fallen angel. Ain't no fallen angels, people. All these people be on the internet teaching about all these fallen angels. They are talking about a star or a planet rising in the sun or going down in the dark. Ain't no fallen angels. They said the giants was fallen angels because the giants knew astrology, right? But ain't no fallen angel fell down and had no kids with no humans. That's a lie. Let me show you that one more time. One more time now. Venus going down into the dark became astronomical and it became theological context, biblical context. Early Christian writers used it as a Satan reference of a fallen angel. Not true at all. Not true at all. Now, I'm going to say this, and I don't want nobody to get their feelings hurt about this, but all of that fallen angel portal, go through the Grand Canyon, come out in Africa, all that shit is bullshit. It's all a myth. It's all bullshit. Ain't no portal. Ain't no portals to go through the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon where where they found those Egyptian looking people at is on the 33rd parallel. That is a human teaching. Ain't no alien shit going on. Um, we let them people believe in it. We don't believe in it, right? If there was a portal right there, why did we create ships? If there was a portal right there, why we got these big ass Phoenician ships? The Phoenicians would have went to the Grand Canyon and portaled right to Africa. Like we gotta stop all of this mythology, bro. Mythology is for hunter gatherers. Let's keep going. Sirius, not traditionally historically linked to Christianity, but they know it's a lie. These theories often say Sirius, the knowledge of Sirius is Christ consciousness, people. Or suggest the Star of Bethlehem was Sirius. Sirius often associated with the theme of divinity in Egyptian mythology. Christ consciousness is to know the astrology of Sirius, people. Christ consciousness is the astrology of the moon, the astrology of Sirius, the astrology of Venus, the astrology of equinoxes and solstices. That is Christ consciousness. Because if you know that, no matter where you live on the planet, you can always survive, right? If you know that, that is the wisest man on the planet. If you know that in BC times, you are one of the wisest people on the planet. Because you know when to plant crops, you know where to grow crops, you know how to irrigate, you know how to build structures, you know how to survive. You are self-sufficient in nature. They could drop our people off in BC times anywhere and we was gonna survive. The stars gonna tell me what to do. They don't lie. You can drop us off anywhere on this green earth, we could triple our worth, right? That's why. That's why we survived in China. That's why we survived in the Middle East. That's why we survived in Africa, North Africa, the Mediterranean, America, South America. We even survived in the Arctic weather, Canada. We survived all over the planet with knowledge. Other people were freezing to death, going hungry, people. Froze in the snow. Hungry and froze as a hunter-gatherer while we was heated up, eating good food, because we knew the astrology and what to do. All we needed was seeds. That's it. Seeds and a plow and a horse, and it's over with. We finna build a whole kingdom. That's what made us royalty. You get it now? And at the same time, we were dyeing our clothes purple from seashells, and we became the royalty of the planet. The King's List. When they talk about the Sumerian King's List, that King's List leave. They're talking about their ancestors in the King's List of the Sumerians. They go right back to the Mississippi River, right back to the West Coast. Right back to North America. The King's List bloodline of the Sumerian go right back to North America. That's a fact. That's why they wrote it down. They are the royalty of the planet. They just live in a different place. Now, astrology, Sirius, Christ consciousness, is linked. Star of Bethlehem was Sirius, people. That's what it's all about. Let's keep going. Sirius, which aligns with the belt of Orion to announce the birth of the sun around the winter solstice. Others connect the brightness of Sirius, the dog star, to Jesus at the bright and morning star. The Bible does not mention Sirius, the star of Bethlehem, right? Divine sign, not a specific name. The Bible not gonna mention it because you will figure it out, right? While Sirius has been worshipped in cultures like Egypt for thousands of years, there is no direct historical link to his biblical Jesus, but they know where the stories come from. They know where the stories come from, right? They know where the beginning of these stories come from. Celestial body became associated with a fallen angel. So if it's a celestial body, not a real body, it's a celestial body, not a real body. A celestial body is constellation of stars. It's not a real body. The Messiah or Jesus is a representation of the sun in Sirius moving around the zodiac. Venus is the devil. They called the mound builder the devil's people because they always talked about Venus and Taurus, the bull, and all this stuff. So the bull became synonymous with sacrifice. The hunter-gatherers get the information, right? Venus became the devil's planet after hunter-gatherers get the information. But this was all nature and all fine and good at one point. Then it switched up, right? Roll the coin. Now, where was I? Right here. Let's see. Let's go here. Now, Venus, often associated with ancient Eastern goddesses like Ishtar, Astarte, Ashara, Canaanite. This is our teaching, portrayed in the context of ideology, idolatry, often described a variation of the worship of the Hebrew. Now watch this. Used on biblical texts and history, here is how associated Venus and evil, right? So in religion, Venus became evil. Venus became evil, but it was not evil. Venus was just a teaching of our people, right? It became evil to the other people. So the Bible made everything Venus Satan and put it out, right? Now let me go show y'all something. Now this is the Mayans. This is the Mayans, right? Now look how on September the 9th, 7 BC, right before the birth of Christ, they knew about the moon, Jupiter, Saturn. They knew about Venus. They knew about the dog star Sirius, rose on the eastern horizon. Therefore, we believe that the orientation of the citadel of Quetzalcoatl demonstrates the rising position of Sirius in the same manner, right, that orientation of the east and west axis of the pyramid of the sun. Now, Sirius pops out. They build a citadel to align with Sirius. This became a Messiah teaching. Let me show you. Citadel, Temple of Quetzalcoatl, design as astronomical alignment through primarily the sun, the Pleiades, Venus, and Sirius. So in 7 BC, they already knew about the sun and the Sirius and the Pleiades. I mean, the sun aligning with the Pleiades and Venus, right? Let me show you. Let me show you. Pleiades and Venus are right by each other, people. So when you looking down the pipe of Orion, you're going to see Venus anywhere it go. Now, what people don't understand is, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Now, as you look down the pipeline of Orion, Sun, Pleiades, Orion, and Venus down the pipeline of the spring equinox. You're looking down the pipeline. In 7 BC, Sirius pops up. Now watch this. 7 BC, Sirius pops up. Let me show you. The Pleiades and Taurus, Canis Major, a fixed, bright constellation, and would have been visible in the night sky as part of the backdrop, although not aligned in the line, but it's in the backdrop. So around 7 BC, Sirius started popping up in that alignment, right? So Sirius is popping up over here now. The Sun, Sirius, Orion, then you see Pleiades and Venus. Now, if Sirius pops up in your alignment out of nowhere in 7 BC, they used it as a Messiah teaching, right? Because Sirius never crossed right there until around 7 BC, right? That's what the astrology is trying to say. Sirius popped up in this alignment. Now we're talking about some type of Messiah over here. We already knew about Venus and the Pleiades and all of that. Now, let's go back and look at this again. The dog star rose on the eastern horizon, south and east of, like, on the day after 7 BC. They had never seen it rise right there in that spot at that time. It was the first time it rose in that spot. Therefore, it amazed the people. So Quetzalcoatl was a connection, was a reference deity to the Messiah, right? So the Quetzalcoatl temple, the citadel of Quetzalcoatl, was aligned with Sirius. There we go, right there. Temple of Quetzalcoatl, Sun, Pleiades, Venus. Researchers, it's another part I want to show y'all. Let me see. Something else I want to show y'all. If I got the receipt. Now they are not in a specific line, but you still can see it in the background, like this. You still can see Venus and all that in the background. So when Sirius rises in the pathway of these stars aligned, it became a teaching of a Messiah. I gotta get some more receipts to go to this. But here's Venus in the sky. Now, from Earth, Venus gets in the way of the sun. Now, this is what they're looking at. They're looking at this, right? Now, Sirius enters this at some point around 7 BC. It enters the line of this, all of this stuff going together. Then you see all this stuff in the sky at one time. That became synonymous with a teaching. Now, when Venus first passes around the sun, around the first pass is January the 6th. Then it passes again during the spring equinox, right? And it passes and goes back down under during March the 22nd. Now, I know we're explaining this good. I got to get some more maps. I can't find the maps to show you all of them at the same time. I got to get find some more receipts to this. But this was an ancient American teaching. Venus, Sirius, Pleiades, all of that, right? So now, when you see this stuff on the ground, you know our people built it. If you got a mound aligned with Venus, it's ours. Pleiades, it's ours. Orion in the Pleiades, Sirius, Orion, anything aligned with that aligned up is ours. Anything that got something to do with this right here. Orion, Pleiades, Taurus, in a line for spring, that's our ancient culture. Now, let me explain something to y'all. This is what I want y'all to do. This is what I want y'all to do now. Somebody get ready to Google some stuff for me, and I'm going to point somebody out to give me the answer. right? And I'm gonna show y'all what happened to our people on this land. And this is the biggest proof that I have to show you that it was melanated Indians, prisoners of war in their own land. Somebody go Google this for me. I want you to learn it and it be an amazement when you learn it. Google the Kolomoki Mounds aligned with the Pleiades star system. Kolomoki, Kolomoki, I think. Georgia. Are the Kolomoki Mounds aligned with the Pleiades star system? Google it and put it in the chat. Google it and put it in the chat. Let me show y'all something. Put it in chat. Somebody Google or the Kolomoki Mounds aligned with the Pleiades star system. Put it in the chat when you get it. Jackson Harlem say yes. Who else got it? Who else got it? I want y'all to go look. Everybody go look. I'm gonna teach you straight off your phone. Mr. Russell said yes. That's two. Atlanta and Highlander, yes. Sis, yes. I ain't teaching I ain't teaching y'all no bullshit. I'm teaching y'all the truth. Sade, what up? Yes. Oldest and largest, yes. DJ Smooth, yes. X Elder, yes, yes. Now, we showed y'all that this is our ancient star alignment. You see the mounds aligned with the Pleiades, right? That is a spring alignment of mounds. Now, go ask Google this question. Was the Kolomoki Mounds once a plantation? Ask Google, was the Kolomoki Mounds once a plantation? And come back and answer the question. Was the Kolomoki Mounds once a plantation? Ask the question. Put it in, answer in the chat. Former Bloodline say yes. It's Kolomoki. In Georgia, South Georgia. Mercier Plantation. Danielle, you're exactly right. The Mercier family owned the plantation. Yes. Mercier, yes. DJ Smooth, yes. Miss Carter, yes. Am I lying? Am I gonna lie to my people one day? Not a one day. Yes, yes. Give me a couple more. Couple more people go look. Keep looking. Drop it in the chat. Come on back. I ain't going nowhere. Yes. Empress Shatta, yes. Trina White, yes. Jerriel, yes. Exzelda, yes. Now, there's 10 yeses. Now, let's use this. Let's get serious. If the mounds align with the Pleiades star system, just like Egypt, just like the Mayans have temples aligned with the Pleiades. Egypt has a town called Abasar, aligned with the Pleiades. We got mounds in Georgia, aligned with the Pleiades. Mounds in Mississippi, aligned with the Pleiades. Mounds in Alabama, Florida, South Carolina, Texas, Virginia, Kentucky, everywhere. What kind of people are those people? Now, who was enslaved? Who was made a prisoner of war on their own plantation, on their ancestors' plantation? Who are the people prisoners of war on them plantations? Our people. You get it now? You get it? My people. We built them mounds. Those are our ancient ancestors buried out there on right at the plantation where they made us prisoners of war on our ancient land, people. You get it now? You see where I teach this shit from now? You see why nobody can't tell me nothing now? They don't even know nothing about it, bro. They still talking about they Moors. They still talking about they from here, they from there. Bro, we got us teaching on the ground, on the plantation's land. It is at least 8,000 years old, bro. Those were our ancestors' agriculture fields. Those was our ancestors' agriculture fields. The colonizer came in and made us prisoners of war right on our ancient land. Our people were still buried out there in mounds aligned with the ancient star system that Egypt used, the ancient star system that the Mayans used, the Olmecs used it. You get it? Get it? I just got to teach it like this so you can understand where I'm coming from. Ain't nobody tell me nothing, bro. What you gonna tell me? I'm gonna lie. I can debunk. We know the truth now. No, you can't. Your hands ain't that deep in the soil to debunk me. My ancestor taught me that. Boy, that is not no plantation. That is your ancient ancestors' land. The people just got made prisoners of war on their own land. Then you teach them the Bible. Make them forget about their ancestors out there in the dirt. Generations go by. Now it's just a white man's plantation. You get it? And I can show you 50 of these sites around southeast of America. Those are the people who became the melanated American Indian. They scared us away from these plantations, people. They scared us away from them. They don't even want you to go back no more. They want you to think it's all white folk shit. You will never go back and look. You'll never go back and look for your history on the plantation. Your history right on the plantation. I researched this years ago. I researched every plantation from Louisiana to Florida just to see how many mounds on the plantation. 95% of them, mounds right in the cornfield. Mounds right in the tobacco field. Right where my great grandmama is buried, there's a mound probably 100 feet away from her tombstone. And that was her land before they took it. So this shit hit different. It hit me different. I'm looking at my grandmama tombstone and I'm looking at the mound 100 feet away. And while she was living, she told me that them your ancestors in that mound. Shit hit different. I don't want to hear nothing about no foundational Black American. I don't want to hear shit about no Moors. I don't want to hear shit about no Yahweh or none of this shit. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Take that shit to another live. I don't want to hear nothing about no aliens. I don't want to hear nothing about no goddamn reptilians. I don't give a fuck. What about my people land that my people are buried in, that they're mowing down with goddamn bulldozers, putting McDonald's on top of it? What about that? Fuck all that other shit. Y'all can have it. You could call yourself the big enlightened God. You could be whatever you want to be. I'm not with none of this shit. I'm thinking about my people who was buried, pushed over, and buildings on top of this shit. Now my land gone. Now my land gone. Y'all make my people move to the fucking hood. Now we killing each other in the hood. When we once had 100 acres of land, and you wouldn't even see nobody that even hurt you at all if you still on your ancestors' land. This shit hit different. I don't want to see no Tariq Nasheed and no motherfucking grits and grits and eggs podcast. Fuck all this shit. They're not talking about nothing. Our people has been forgotten. Forgotten, people. Roll the corn. Forgotten. Let me show y'all something. Y'all don't go nowhere. Hold on. Let me show you something. Put the 2 in the chat. 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 What I'm finna show y'all is the most deepest shit you gonna ever see on the internet. I found pictures. I found an old picture of this, but I ain't even gonna show it. You know why? Because it's too fucked up. I'm just gonna show you what it say. Watch this. Watch this right here. Read that. Read that right there. I can't even say it on live. Read that. What they do to your people? What they do? You see it? What did them people do to your people? All right, hold on. Let me get it again. We around here talking about bullshit all day, every day. This is what happened to our people. See that? They enforced gold production. You didn't want to do it? What happened to you? You think this shit just biblical? Nah, it ain't just biblical. Nah, this is those people's culture. People. Christopher Columbus, during the colonization efforts in the Caribbean, utilized crucifixion as a form of punishment and terror against the indigenous people. Records from the era suggest natives were sometimes executed on crosses in groups of 13 as a work incentive program to enforce gold production. See, they ain't gonna teach you this. In the name of God. In the name of God. In the name of God. Yeah, the name of their God. Yeah. You know what I mean. Now, I got to show you that. So you will know what happened over here. Now, let me show y'all what they do to remind themselves of what happened. Let me show y'all what they do to remind themselves of what happened. Let me show you something. Let me get one more receipt. One more receipt. Y'all put the coin in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat. 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 Show you what they do to remind of what happened. Pretty sure y'all have seen this before on the highway. Y'all have seen this before on the highway. Riding up the highway. On top of the hills, on top of the mounds, 3 crosses. This is a reminder to them people what they done. It ain't so much religious. They know that the people who lived in high places, Bama, high place, hills, mounds, because our people lived in high places. They put our people on these crosses in high places. That's a fact. You get it? Do you get it? Roll the coin. I just want y'all to feel my pain. Because don't nobody see it like me. I gotta give it to you the way it was brought to us. Right? Now, in the name of their God, they enslaved prisoners of war. People that didn't want to get down with the program, got put on one of these. Just like ancient times. They were still doing this all the way in the 1600s, people. It wasn't that long ago. So I want my people to understand that's why it bothers me when people teach the wrong teaching of America. This was the biggest killing on the face of the earth on this land. No other land has a bigger murder rate from those people to us. Israel ain't got it. The Middle East don't got it. Africa don't got it. So many people got unalived over here. So much oxygen got lost from people that the world changed. It got cold. I read in books that so many people got unalived over here, it damn near started another ice age, people. Millions. So our people who are still left on this land are still chosen. You are chosen. Everybody on this live is chosen. Because it could have easily been our ancestors gone, and we wouldn't even be here today to even be on this live. That's how serious this is. Now, I say that to say this. All this misdirection, all this teaching of all this stuff that really don't even matter. It matters, but it don't really matter. We know that our ancestors were geniuses. We know that. We know what they done. But we got to get back to the basics. The basics is, look what they done to our people. Look around. Look around. Look at the generational curses that still go along with this stuff. Look at the loss. Look at the loss of land. Look at the loss of life. Look at the loss of agriculture fields. Look at the loss of families who were put in bad situations because of what happened to our people in the past. Look at the loss. That's what bothers me. So I cannot judge my people for getting out here selling drugs, and I can't fault them. They had no other choice. What else you want them to do? Their colleges is set up for their people. Our people adapted to it and survived, but that was not set up for us to survive and win. That was set up for them. We just happen to be a great people to get in there and do our thing and graduate and make some out of ourselves on this corporation's land. But that wasn't designed for us. We just overcome everything they bring our way, right? Um, so that's why it's taking me so long to do this book, y'all, because this book has to explain all of this stuff that I be teaching. It got to explain all of it. I want people to understand how you end up where you are at in the end of the book. I want you to end. I want to take that book from the creation story all the way to where we at now. And that's a big book. It's a lot of information, but it got to be done. It got to show timelines of when our people moved and done this and done that. When this turned good to evil, it got to show all of that. It got to show the artifacts. It got to show the meaning, the astrology, the buildings. It got to show everything. The star line has got to be broke down to the point where a child can understand it. It got to be done right. So it just got to be done right. Nobody ever done it right. And when I look around these days, and I'm just trying to tell y'all the truth, I look around and it's some of our people are chosen, right? A lot of our people are chosen. Some of them are good teachers, great teachers. But at the end of the day, you got to show what really happened. You got to show it. You got to start showing what really happened and what went on after that. Because calling ourselves these things that ain't got nothing to do with us ain't going to get us there. Ain't going to get us there. Right? You have to start understanding there are hijacks in this information. This information was hijacked in different spots of the world, people. It was hijacked. And you have to understand who are the hijackers. Who are the people trying to portray these great people? And they really not them great people. Because when you finally get to the bottom of it and figure out them not them people, they have led you the wrong way for years. There's a lot of people on this internet that do that. Right? If somebody is teaching Egypt and no connection to America, it's a hijack right there. It's a hijack. It's a hijack because they are not even acknowledging what really happened on all lands. And that bothers me. A lot of people teach from the Yahweh standpoint, the Israelite standpoint. They're not thinking about America. They're teaching from the Egyptian standpoint. They're not thinking about America. They're teaching about the Sumerian standpoint. They're not teaching about the forefathers of them people. And you got to teach the whole story. The whole story is the first Egyptian was our bloodline. The first people on the Nile, the Nachal River, our bloodline. The first people on the Euphrates River are our bloodline. The first people in China, our bloodline. That's what they don't teach. And it bothers me because they think they're doing the world of justice. They think they're doing the world of justice and teaching from that land, but where did they come from? Who taught them that? Who were their ancestors? Why are they already civilized when they came to these lands? If you are already civilized when you come to a land, that means you have a homeland. It taught you everything you know, or origin. Exactly right. Roll the corn. So now, when you look into the first people on the Euphrates River, they're wearing feathers. Their horses got on feathers. They got our language all over their clothing. A yin, mim, all that stuff is ours. You know how I know that, y'all? I'm gonna give y'all one example of how I know that's our language. That Proto-Canaanite turned into Hebrew. Maya. The tribe was called Maya. Watch this. The tribe was called Maya. Now watch this. Let me get a receipt. Put a two in the chat. 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 Now, if we had a tribe called the Maya, I'm just explaining it. I could go deeper. But I'm gonna give y'all something out that everybody know. The way I gotta teach it is everybody already know about the Maya. Now, watch this. Why is this? Why is this? Look at that. Why is that? You see that? Mayim, waters. Why does Maya and Mayim, why is Mayim a Hebrew word and Maya is not? Come on, man. Roll the corn. Put a two in the chat if y'all see it. Y'all can see it? You see it? Mayim. Maya. Those are our words, people. They became biblical after we took them around the world. Mayim. Now, hold on. Let me get one more receipt. Drop a two in the chat. Corn and two in the chat. Corn and two in the chat. Corn two in the chat. Corn two in the chat. Let's go here. Let's go here. Now, if Mayim means water in Hebrew, Mayim means water in Hebrew. Watch this. What Maya mean? Maya means water, derived from Mayim. Maya means water, derived from Mayim. It's the same word, people. It's the same word. It's the same word. Same word. I could do 50 words like that. I can do 50 words like that that we use that we know today. It's the same word. It's the same language. It's the same language, people. Now we gotta look at this thing a whole nother way. I look at it a whole nother way now. Our ancient ancestors took that language to another land long before 1492. Long before 1492. So all of them wars in Egypt, all of them wars in Samaria, all them wars in the Middle East, all of those wars over there where they were taking our information, building up Bibles and Qurans and Torahs, right? They learned our language on their land from our ancestors who went over there a long time ago. You get it? You learn the language from the ancestors that went over there on a boat long time ago. The Phoenicians, the Carthaginians, the first Egyptians, the first Sumerians. You learn these languages through those people, right? You put them in a book. You learn their stories. You put them in a book. You take all the artifacts from their stuff. You put them in a book. Now you're starting to learn them. So you double all the way back. Take over the land over there. Come back over here with those books. And why are we speaking the same language that's in them books y'all got? Now, over there, they done the same thing to our people. See, that's what they don't want to teach you. Over there, Africans didn't like you over there. Africans sold you into slavery over there. They want you to think that these Africans sold their own people into slavery. It was not true, people. Think about it. They sold our people who went over their bloodline a long time ago right back to the slave trade. You get it? Right back. All them people speaking the Hebrew language. Them ain't our people. Still, go over there and enslave them. They're not from our land. You get it? You get it? They're not from your land. So instead of Africans sending Africans to the slave trade all over Africa and Europe and back to America, they were sending our people back to different slave trades. Guess who were doing it? Moors. Mm. Moors think you smart, don't you? You Moors think y'all smart, don't you? You're not smarter than me. Because I come from God's chosen people, the jewels of God. Y'all come from a mixture. Y'all a mixed breed people. We pure blooded. The Roman Catholic Church made Moors into Christians way before they ever came over here. See, you must know that before you get to teaching all that Moorish shit on the internet. If y'all ass didn't get down with the Roman Catholic Church, they put y'all on the crucifix. So y'all was playing both sides. Crypto Jews. And y'all helped them people do what they done over here. So you wouldn't be persecuted. You get it now? Do you get it now? Them Africans weren't selling their own people, they were selling us. I got the receipts. Now, think about this. Think about this. In ancient times, our people set up the first trade centers all over the world. In ancient times, our people set up the trade centers all over the world. Mediterranean Sea, the Nile Delta, Euphrates, Indus Valley, China, Indonesia. Now, over time, we mix with the people of the areas. They come back and take our trade centers and get rid of our people. Either they enslave them or they unalive them. You get it? Now these people are living in our buildings, eating at our crop fields, using our symbolism as their coat of arms. You get it? Or both of them. Then the Moors run Europe for 800 years. Then the Roman Catholic Church transfer everybody over to the church. Then they come over here and put our people on crucifixes. The Moors are just a drop of our blood in a bucket. They're more African than us. They want money. They want slaves. They want concubines. They want land. They want castles. That's why they are sitting back in the cut right now, running governments, melanated people, the black hand, the black nobility that know the truth. We got rich off them people all our life. Why we gonna stop now? We got rich off of them people all our life. Why would we stop now? They built all the monuments. They built all the buildings. They flipped all the soil for crops. We just gonna get rich off of it. So all these Moorish niggas on the internet are connected to those bloodlines that teach. That's why they teach that so hard. You ever tried to ask yourself why them people you can't talk to none of them people? You ever ask yourself why you can't reason and kick no knowledge with them people? You can't. They know their bloodline. They know their history. They have to. The trick is to act like one of y'all. That's the whole trick. Act like them and bleed them dry and teach them that everybody are more. You don't think them people don't know how great your people was? They know. That's why they want to be you so bad. I seen a Moor on the internet saying that Moors built buildings in Mississippi. A Spanish Moor built buildings in Mississippi. You a lie, bro. The truth ain't in you. You mix hunter gatherer. You mix internet hunter gatherer. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let none of y'all do that again. I got something to say. Y'all ain't kicking no knowledge to my people. Y'all are oppressing my people. Y'all are trying to teach us Spanish and Roman Catholic influence information. Not our information. Not our information. So, and I see a lot of people doing it. Y'all been following me for a while. Have I ever got on this live and showed y'all any paperwork from the government? And this has something to do with something else. But have I ever just got on here literally and talked treaties and land allotments? I'm not gonna never do that. You know why? That ain't our paperwork. Why would I teach you that? If I believe in the government system, that means I am a government agent. Does that make sense? If I believe in the way their judicial, executive, and legislative paperwork, that means I believe in a system. I don't believe in a fucking system. Therefore, I'm not gonna teach your system. I'm not gonna teach a treaty can save you. A piece of paper is not gonna save you. This shit ain't gonna save you. You think you can take some paperwork down to the county and come up? Go try it. I do not participate in no government systems. No, they paperwork, they votes, they rhetoric, none of it. Because if that's the case, somebody would have been broke the code. They didn't give your ancestors no paperwork when they came over here. They sick dogs on your people. They sick dogs and put us on crosses, and you talking about some fucking paperwork? These people had these people had them fucking Chinese massives. You know them big furry ass massives look like monsters. The Spanish had those people. Them big 5 foot tall, hairy ass, Choctaw. I mean them big ass what they call? Look like a big Chihuahua. Them big Chihuahua looking dogs. Them folks sick them dogs on your people. And we around here talking about some paperwork. You know how big them goddamn dogs is? Folks that fire to your whole city, fire to your crop field, fire to your cornfield. Stick the dogs on you. Put the rest of y'all on crucifixes. Hung you from trees. And we around here talking about some paperwork, the peace and friendship paperwork. Fuck that paperwork. And I mean that. Come on now. We're gonna fight back with paperwork that they printed up. I'm gonna fight back with the paperwork. Get your nigga ass up out of here. Ain't no folk care about this shit. That is leading us in the wrong direction. I hate to say it, but that's a waste of time, bro. Why am I going through government paperwork trying to teach my people that? Why would I do that? It didn't work. It ain't work up to this day. What have it got us? Nothing. I'm gonna give me some land allotments. Listen, y'all. A lot of these people are hooked. Their bloodline is hooked to a Moor somewhere. It's hooked to a Moor. It's hooked to them Cane Corsos, exactly. It's hooked to a Moor. It's hooked to an entity that got something to do with the government. They hooked to some type of Africans. They hooked up with these people somewhere to be teaching that information because it never helped us. Why you keep teaching it? Why you trying to charge people money to go get some government paperwork that they can go get for free? Why are you trying to teach us that we are foundationally black? Do I look black to you? This black right here. This black right here. This black. Do I look black? I'm not black. I got an origin. We got a name for our people. Foundationally black? Hell no. This flag that look like a Moorish flag. You got a flag that look with a knife on it, look like a what is that? You think our people ever wave that goddamn flag that the FBA waving? You think our ancestors wave that flag with the knife on there? Show me an ancient ancestor, somebody back. Just show me somebody in the 50s or 60s waving that damn flag that ain't got nothing to do with Africa. Please show me. You ain't gonna be able to find it. Paperwork ain't gonna get us out of this, y'all. What's gonna get us out of this is setting up things that are profitable for our people so we can help ourselves. Only thing we gotta help ourselves. That's it. We gotta get some land, some crops, some grocery stores, some houses built. We ain't got no mortgages. We got cars. We got boats. We got water, lakes, rivers, buying up land, and put our people back in self-sufficiency. Then we go at the system hard. Because now we're not connected to your system no more. Therefore, we don't give a damn if it crumbles. You get it? Roll the corn. That's what we got to do. You ain't got no reparations yet. You ain't finna get none. Why are y'all Negroes still talking about reparations, bro? SBA, we're gonna get reparations. Man, stop it. We are the prisoners. Why are they trying to? They will help everybody else. They're not gonna help us. Let me explain ICE to y'all. Let me explain what ICE is doing. ICE is not looking for regular immigrants. ICE is looking for immigrant criminals. They're looking for immigrant criminals. People who out here messing with children and running around. They ask from Guatemala somewhere and they messing with children and sex trafficking for them other people. Them people are criminals. And they know it. They let them in. They let them do all this stuff. Now they go back and pick them up on the back end. Exactly, Tom Mary. Them people is not negotiating with us. They're not going to negotiate with us. We are looked at as prisoners on our own land. Yep, people doing fraud also. They let the people in. They do all this crime. Now they want to go get them. Y'all let them in. Y'all let the motherfuckers in here. Now y'all go back and get them after they done their job with all this evil stuff. Now these Ashkenazi Jews are the sex traffickers, people. They are the traffickers. These people are evil, y'all. They're evil. They the people doing the sacrifices. They the people snatching people off the streets. Think about this, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Think about this. I'm gonna leave y'all with this knowledge right here. Who has the resources to do what they do? Who has the resources to kidnap 500 people, put them on planes and boats, ship them around the country to their owner or wherever they're going, ship you to the islands over there in the middle of the Pacific, ship you to the islands over in the middle of the Atlantic? We ain't got no planes and boats to put no kidnapped woman on. They do. They got all the money, all the resources, all the planes, all the boats. Where do we got to hire somebody at? Where I'm hiring somebody at? I ain't got no underground bunker. Y'all hiding the people. Y'all own Walmart where they snatch people up in the back of Walmart. Y'all own Lowe's where they snatch you at the back of Lowe's, put you in a truck. Y'all own these places. Y'all are doctoring the video, acting like ain't nobody get snatched up. We ain't got the resources. Y'all do. Oh, you rich ass. So therefore, y'all the one doing it. Y'all the problem. Y'all the problem. This is where we went wrong, people. It's one thing we done wrong on the face of this earth. One thing. Our people. One thing. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. One thing we done wrong on this face of the earth. One. We done nothing else wrong because they fuck with us every time. We done one thing wrong, and we gotta correct it. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. We let them people get away with this shit. We let them get. Now, it ain't being too friendly because we friendly by nature. After we found out what was going on, we let them get away with it. That's where we went wrong. It's the only thing we done wrong. We supposed to kick them in their ass long time ago. Yeah, we thought they could learn from us and they turned their back on us. But after we figured out who they were, what they meant, what they stood for, we supposed to straighten it. Yeah, we chocolate tie. You right. We still can. We have to straighten it, bro. All they gonna do is talk about it on the internet and on the news. All they gonna do is talk about Epstein. They're not gonna do nothing about it. They're not gonna do nothing about it. They're just gonna talk about it. Oh, this is what happened in the Epstein Islands. This is what happened. They're just gonna keep on reporting the news. Ain't nobody gonna stop it. We gotta stop them. We must stop the evil on this planet. We must stop fucking with the weather on this planet. We must stop messing with the crops on this planet. We must stop putting putting chemicals in the water on this planet. We got to stop that. Haru teachings, Haru means hero, people. Haru means hero. Heroes come from Haru. That's where they got hero from, Haru. Go look it up. We the heroes. We Superman. We fucking Batman. We are the Wakanda. We the heroes. The word hero comes from Haru. Because the people the people the Haru people talked about was heroes. Heru, same thing. You get it? That's the only thing we done wrong. We let them get away with all this evil. So once we get it in our head, we got to stop this shit. We got to stop it. If we don't stop it, they're gonna ruin. They're gonna blow the whole planet up. They're gonna ruin the whole planet. If this go on for another 500,000 years, y'all know how this planet gonna look in 1,000 years if they keep running it. All this gonna be in some type of concentration camp. Just to show as we get the uprising, they're gonna try to put us in camps. They know what they already set up for it. But at the end of the day, somebody got to stop it, bro. Do what y'all got to do. We got to do what we got to do. Somebody got to stop these evil people, bro. Levy, you're exactly right. We need a lot of land. We need some land, a lot of it. Places where our people can go and ain't got to deal with it, right? Roll the corn. That's what got to go on. Then, after we get everything together, where we can be self-sufficient, we do our thing. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do, y'all. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. Love y'all. I'm in love with you. I appreciate the cash app. I just put my cash app in the chat. I'm gonna tell y'all something I'm excited about. I'm real close to getting the land. Right, the first piece of land I'm gonna get to start this. I want to do this in every state in the South. Right, every state in the South. Real close to getting the land in Georgia. Um, so that's gonna be the first turning stone of what I'm trying to do. So I appreciate y'all support with the hoodies. Appreciate y'all donations. Um, appreciate it, y'all. But I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna plant every type of tree our ancestors planted, every type of fruit, every type of vegetable, this cows, all that. I want all of it going to the land. We're gonna start building our nice dwellings on that land. And when that land is done, we go find some more land in another state and do it again. Then we do it again. Then we do it again. And I do it till I leave this earth. Put it all in the trust for our people, so it can never be sold. Right? When I'm gone, somebody live there for free and in harmony and balance with nature, and I'm cool with that. I'm getting emotional, man. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. Let me get out of here, man. Live at the gun, roll the corn. You know the truth, man. Y'all stay safe today, man. Love you.